and start the counterattack movements. AZ, one of the lone players this season, lines up on the left. Emmanuel Sabi gives him some direct play on that right-hand side. He'll be tasked with being one of the creative forces in the attacking phase of the game, looking to supply Ari Piol.
So calls for optimism, but today it's the young players who get us underway. RSL getting back there, Rafa Cabral. RSL attacking from left to right. This skyline, beautiful jersey. I know you were looking for one today.
I'm still waiting for mine. Just saying, I'm just saying.
You can visit mlsstore.com to purchase one of those beautiful Vancouver Whitecaps jerseys. Ball played in, Piol, and Takaoka losing that one in the air, comes out to the edge of the box. Takaoka, so good last season, but unsure of himself there. There's Akani, back to his left foot, cross in towards the far post, and that one cleared. Moisa, the youngster, just couldn't make the contact he wanted. Some good moments so far, RSL. Not there, they give that one away. Sabi, Kubas, and they win a free kick.
Tell you what, that's a really good looking chance there from RSL. Just a little teasing ball into the 18, asking questions of Takaoka.
The exclusive NetCam replay is brought to you by AT&T. Here's that moment again.
But just look at the movement of Piol, the striker for RSL. He stays with it. He actually gets a little bit of that. But I love the audacity of RSL to try to play a little bit more direct. You know who's impressed me so far early on for RSL has been number 39, Aiden Nazarkani.
Yep.
He has looked comfortable, right? And just the areas that he picks up the ball, he's always looking to get on a half turn and play forward. Does a good job of getting his body between himself and the defender to keep possession for his side. In his first start, he's shown really well for RSL.
And he has a manager who was really upbeat despite the fact that so many key players were unavailable. He felt this was the perfect opportunity for young players who've put themselves on the fringe of the first team squad. Johnson, AZ trying to take on, and it's been a good battle so far between those two.
You know what it is? It's opportunity, right? When you're a young player, you're hungry, you're almost just patiently waiting. Patiently, maybe not patiently, but you're just there waiting and just praying for your moment to come. And on opening day, here it is for a lot of these youngsters.
And the ball's going to fall here from Muller off the post, and it's White quick on the rebound and blasts over. RSL saved by the woodwork.
I want you to watch how quickly Muller gets off his feet. He gets it out of his feet so quickly, and as you mentioned, not much backlift, has Cabral scrawling. And Brian White, I love his alertness. He reacts well, just can't get over the ball to redirect it into the back of the net. But
ball played in here for Luka Moisa, there, Las Vegas native. Zakani, back foot. Andre Yedlin. So long considered that marauding right back. Now he's a right-sided centre back as he enters the veteran stage of his career.
But that's a good signing. RSL went out and brought...
Oh, that was a little bit short. Appeal gets there ahead of Takaoka. Difficult angle, side netting. But once again, Vancouver almost masters of their own downfall.
But still just looking for that maybe decisive pass that opens up a channel or opens up an opportunity for Brian White.
It's funny, Jasper Sorensen pointed out that area as the area he wanted to improve, right? He said, we created so much, we want to be more clinical in front of goal. They haven't necessarily created as much so far today. White trying to change that here. Kubas, Sabi, Laborda on the underlap. Sabi goes for goal, comfortable for Cabral, but that was better.
But to that point, that's the first save that Cabral's had to make tonight. And it's a comfortable one at that, but you love the movement from Vancouver, moving the ball quickly, sharply.
Another man who's hoping to be involved in the World Cup this summer. Bit of a battle at one point, wasn't it? Between both Canada and the United States for him to pledge allegiance. Easy. Driving in between two, goes down. Referee says play on. Goes so. Run back quickly by Sebastian Berhalter. Good little give and go with Berhalter and Thomas Muller. Muller with the cross, and the header goes a couple of yards over. Good football. Berhalter not far away. And AZ stares down after feeling the effects of that challenge, and it's going to be a yellow card. Lovely ball out wide here as well. Catranas and Piol at the far post, and he finds him, and Piol has opened the scoring. Or has he? Flag has gone up.
just changes the point of attack, picks out Catranas in stride. Now, I wonder if the offside is on the initial ball to Catranas because...
And from Pablo Mastroeni, AZ goes across field. Laborda. Sabi. Trying to get up 1v1 against Booth. Goes out wide. Gets the cross in. 3 in the area and AZ goes down. Johnson into the path of AZ on the turn. And the flag's dead down as well. Big opportunity. AZ holding his left ankle after the challenge.
Well, going back, this is the play that was ruled offside. Look at the top of your screen.
Everybody else in line with the penalty spot. Berhalter, and it's behind the flick. Almost worked out. Matthias Laborda almost turned what was a bad delivery into a very good one. Ball played forward, Blackman underneath it. Laborda. Second half hasn't really given the response we might have expected from Vancouver as we look at RSL's 3-4-2-1 system. They look comfortable in it. Hazakani, more so than anybody. In on that left foot, goes for goal just wide. Cold effort. 3 games on the travels last year.
Don't leave it short. MLS Cup, CCC final, 4th consecutive Canadian championship. This is the team that showed real pedigree last season.
What did Thomas Muller tell our crew in the pregame?
Said, don't worry, we're going to win this game. And then he did, to be fair to him, he did say, I hope that I'm not eating my words, in 2-3 hours.
You might want to get that knife and fork ready. Aboard of that. Good header again from Catranas. Johnson. AZ. Quiet in this second half as well. AZ. Cuts inside. That was better from AZ. Kubas. Johnson getting further forward. Johnson inside the area. The cross deflected. AZ hits and scores!
I want you to keep an eye on Tate Johnson when he finally comes into the frame, because Vancouver do a good job, as we saw in the first half, of getting the ball wide to their wide players in 1v1 situations. But what we didn't see enough of in the first half was Tate Johnson getting forward to support AZ on that left-hand side. But as that ball gets recirculated, now it's Tate Johnson getting forward, driving, getting to the end line. Little fortunate with the deflection, but AZ continues his run, gets himself into a dangerous position, and it's a classy finish. Really instinctual, clean touch. Just picks up that far post. And in a game that was starving and screaming for some injection of life, it's AZ who opens the score for the Vancouver Whitecaps.
Comes out here for Berhalter. This is better from the Whitecaps. They look a little bit more in control. As I say that, it goes, out off the border for the goal kick. Now I'll give you a moment. Inter Miami LAFC, what are you expecting? Who comes out on top on that one?
I'm expecting goals from both sides. I'll say that much. I mean, the firepower of Denny Bouanga and Son leading the line for LAFC, the Messi effect and what that's going to look like in that stadium there. 70,000 expected. It's going to be an absolute spectacle. I'll tell you what, that's going to be...
Ball over the top here, looking for Sabi. Trying to take it in stride. He's going to get beyond it. Cabral with a big save. I have no idea how Emmanuel Sabi came up with that ball from Berhalter, and that one's knocked down for the corner.
But I want you to watch, just keep an eye on the goalkeeper. Because as soon as that ball gets beyond his defender, he's so alert. The timing of when Cabral decides to come off his line and come and press Sabi is everything, because Junker gets caught there. But look how quickly Cabral's off his line.
That was a big moment, and Cabral, massive save to keep RSL in this one.
I mean, keep this save in mind, because if this game stays this way and RSL are able to sneak the goal and...
Goes a little bit longer. Riso, under real pressure, won the ball, but the second one's fallen here. Goso in the clear, could go for goal, but it's right at Takaoka. That was a big chance for the youngster.
It's a massive chance, but they have some players coming in that are going to raise the quality level to finish off some of these plays.
Cabrera staying out wide. Quintin, I mentioned he's more of a centre-back. He dropped and retreated immediately. Muller, back for Cabrera. Lovely ball for Badwell. Badwell, good skill from him. Gets inside, pulls it back, White on target. Comfortable save for Cabral.
on RSL. Jeevan Badwal, still just 19, but I mean, just look at that nimble feet on RSL. Jeevan Badwal, still just 19, but I mean, just look at that nimble feet.
There is the final whistle. A battling, stuttering performance from Vancouver Whitecaps, but ultimately it's enough to start MLS in the best possible fashion.